How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, I haven't. I think maybe on the Winnipeg vegan community.
Okay, yeah. Are you guys vegan?
I am.
Oh, right on. You're working on it?
I just try to eat like the least meat I can.
Okay. Is there anything you struggle with more that I can maybe help give you some ideas with?
I find I don't know.
It's okay. That's what we're here to. That's why we're here. We're here to help and kind of show people different situations. Have you ever seen much of these situations the animals are in?
Oh yeah. I don't really like to support like factory farming.
Okay, that's good for sure.
Not really great.
So it's more just kind of finding the right options that suit your palate, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that
something
can
like
get you.
Local, something I know is like cool.
Like the 100-mile diet or something.
Yeah. Like
but like plant-based options, like I'm more going like more like the plant-based options, right? Instead of like local animals and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do. See if we can help people with some resources and see if we can help, with any ideas that you might have or struggle with, like chicken or dairy or cheese. Cheese was a tough one. It seems to be everybody's big one.
I had to deal with cheese.
I think you help them.
Lactose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well, there you go. So right there, it shows you.
And it honestly was eye-opening because I went and I was just like, realized how much stuff it was in.
Yeah.
So I had to like change my diet so much just to like account for that.
Well, and that's the thing.
It's easier to just be vegan for
at that point, right? Because there's dairy in almost everything, right? Did you know Lay's chips is the only brand that actually uses dairy to coat the chips?
Really?
Yeah. If you look at the ingredients, it's Old Dutch is the vegan one, and so just this is a simple thing that can help you, right? Like
salt and vinegar chips.
Salt and vinegar Lay's had. Yeah, exactly. I know. It's like, what? There's salt and vinegar. How do you put milk on them?
Doritos, you can't have normal Doritos.
But sweet chili.
Sweet chili heat you can have.
Yeah, sweet chili heat you can have. That's one.
You can have.
Oreos.
Which is kind of concerning, considering like how it's just chemicals.
It's just chemicals.
So
but
it's
I mean,
exactly
I found out marshmallows I can't have.
But they're vegan marshmallows at Vita Health, which are so good. And there's more. Just the more I know could go. I mean, there's stores everywhere that are starting to carry these things. So that's the thing, right? We're starting to get a lot more options out there, and I think you're almost there, right? Like it seems like you could probably go there. Vegan 22 would be a probably great resource for you. So it's a 22-day challenge, and it gives you a one-on-one mentoring system on like what to do in the grocery store, recipes, meal planning, different ideas, right? And I think it would really help you out maybe if you want to try it, and it's a great resource. Also, there's some great documentaries on there, YouTube and Netflix, fun to sit down and watch. You've probably seen maybe some of them, but maybe you haven't, so it'd be a little bit educational for you. I mean, there's so many different reasons to do it, but those kind of alternatives or anything. So what we should look at is trying to stop these big, huge industries.
And if they're unhappy when they live, then it's probably not good to eat.
Yeah, it's becoming more popular for sure.
Have you ever thought about trying it out yourself, or?
Probably will.
Yeah. Okay, that's really cool. You ever? Is there any aspect of things that would be hard to get removed from your diet, like milk or dairy or cheese and stuff like that? Would you find that?
Probably be hard.
That'd be probably one of the harder ones, right? That seems to be what a lot of people struggle with, is the dairy and cheese. Did you know that dairy can contain something called casomorphines? Have you ever heard of that before?
I think so.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so casomorphines is morphine is it's a natural hormone that's in the mother of the mother cow, and so when she has a baby and the baby drinks the milk, it has the hormone in it, so the baby knows to find that mom. So it's like it's a way for her to find. It's a hormone. Yeah, so it attracts the baby. So it's like a. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so it helps the baby find its mom in the herd, right? So it's a unique identifier. So when we eat milk products, they have a higher amount of casomorphines in them, so it tends to give us more of an addiction almost to those things. So it can be it's why it's one of the hardest things to actually kick. It's me and my wife, it was one of the hardest things, right? Cheese, it's on everything. So we have some good vegan cheeses out, and if just to let you know about and just to give you some ideas if you ever wanted to try some. Vita Health has some of the best vegan cheeses you can purchase. They have a couple different varieties, so it'd be a good thing to try and just check out. yeah, I'd like to give you maybe a card if you'd be interested, maybe checking some things out. Vegan 22, it's a challenge, so Challenge 22 it's called. So vegan22.com, it's a mentoring program, so it's a one-on-one. It can help you achieve a successful challenge to get to 22 days, and gives some new recipe ideas, kind of what to do in the grocery store, how to like change your shopping experience, right, and how to cook different meals. Yeah, so it's a great resource to give it a try, and it's a fun
Honestly,
challenge.
I think a lot of people would probably make the changes. The cost is a lot of people's concern too, I'm sure.
Well, sure, and
Because, buying those products would be everyone's ideal, but
yeah,
at the
so.
end of the day, the budget sometimes doesn't allow.
Oh, for sure. So if you look at kind of Beyond Meat and where they've kind of started off and where they are now, they've already dropped their prices of their burgers.
Exactly. No, it's-
Exactly. So if,
eventually the cost will be.
exactly, and if we can just stop the government too from subsidizing these industries, it would actually bring up the cost of dairy and meat,
My
which would
concern is a lot about the pollution too. Like
the conditions they're in.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about going vegan or plant-based?
Well, my wife is vegetarian.
Okay.
I mostly try to eat happy meat whenever possible.
whatever that can mean, right? Do you think there's a humane way to slaughter an animal?
I think there's a humane way to, probably not to slaughter an animal, but to certainly raise animals.
Raise animals, definitely, probably more humane than a lot of the ways that are being done, right? Yeah. So this is ducks here. So Canada Goose. So like the best way we can stop these industries is by stopping supporting them, right? So it's simply with your dollar, right? By choosing the vegan options. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, just trying to see if we can give people some resources and help them make positive choices for the animals, their health, and the environment. So would you be interested in some information and maybe help you along the way? Maybe some stuff maybe you didn't think about? There's some good YouTube videos and Netflix videos. Yeah, you'll have to maybe get some help with that. But yeah, YouTube videos, Netflix, and there's Vegan 22 on there. It's a great one-on-one support group. Any questions you have or new recipes or what to do in the grocery store.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, it's a great resource we have. So, and here, I'll give you a Kismet Creek card for our animal sanctuary we have out by Steinbach. Yeah, so maybe you want to bring you and your wife out there and see some animals in a happy environment where they get to live out their lives.
Oh, very good.
Cool.
Well, good luck. Thanks very much.
Cool, thank you, have a good night.
My big influence on that one, right now, I guess it's local farm, local organic,
Yeah, so do
not
you,
mass supermarket.
so do you think though if we raise it humanely and stuff, do you think there's a humane way to slaughter something though? No. So like that comes back to the things we can do the best we can to make it humane and be as humane as we can raising them, but in the end they're still getting their throat slit. So I mean, need completely free and just a great resource to help people make positive changes for their health, for the animals, and for the environment. Also, we have great documentaries down the side here, YouTube and Netflix, so they're all free and easy access to watch.
Right.
And if you guys like reading and stuff, we have some great reads here too, because some people like to read the books and see the doctor's view of things. How Not to Die by Dr. Greger, super good book. So like I wasn't always vegan myself. I had to have some traumatic things happen in my life to push me to go this. My grandpa got cancer, and then I got in a really bad car accident and almost died. And then I have 2 kids, so I just really thought about my kids, and I was like, do I want to get cancer, and do I want to leave them not knowing what I know with the industries I've been involved with? So I mean, it pushed me to get active for the animals, and I went vegetarian first, and then I did more research on dairy, and I was like, this has got to stop, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some great stuff on here. If I give you a card and maybe check it out.
Thank you.
And out by Steinbach, we have an animal sanctuary where animals get to live out their lives. They're not killed or anything like that. So it's a great place to go check out and see animals in a happy environment, and they get to live out their lives. They have all kinds of animals. They